Let's take you back to the Lebombo port of entry in Mpumalanga now. Border Management Authority Commissioner Michael Masiapato has visited the border post after it was temporarily closed due to the post-election violence in Mozambique. Our reporter Mweli Masilela is there and joins us now. I hope your line's going to hold this time around, Mweli. What did the Commissioner tell you after his arrival at the border post?
There's quite a number of things that were confirmed by the Commissioner Vuyo. Among those is the fact that, yes, indeed, security has been beefed up around the Lebombo border post. He did mention that there's more police officers that have been deployed, as well as members of the South African Defence Force that have been activated to ensure that there is peace and stability here, considering what happened last night. And also confirming that they had to assist about 7 officials who are working for the Mozambican government, busy with immigration services, who had to run for cover to the South African side after those violent protests yesterday. But also mentioning or emphasizing that they don't have much control of what is happening on the Mozambican side. All they can do at the present moment, Vuyo, is to be in constant contact with authorities from the Mozambican government, which is something that they've done. And looking at the situation at the moment, Vuyo, compared to the morning, there is some movement. That border has been temporarily opened, and I tried to get some clarity as to whether we'll see this border opening for a long time. He did mention that that is what they want, but that will only be dictated by what is happening in Mozambique, which they don't have control of. But they are happy that now there is movement of traffic on the N4 heading to Mozambique. And as we speak now, immigration officers from the South African side are stamping the passports of those who are traveling to Mozambique. And also on the Mozambican side, according to Dr. Michael Masiapato, there's also immigration officers that are busy actually stamping those passports. Let's just take a listen to what he had to say.
I mean, as of today, things are a bit better now. As you can see, things are not as it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was very much volatile to the extent that it was even more dangerous. And that is why we had to activate other law enforcement authorities from our side to come to the ground and make sure that we stabilize the space on our side and we protect our infrastructure and make sure that nothing happens. And indeed, that proactive deployment had enabled us to be able to stabilize the situation.
Just for clarity, Mweli, is he saying that they had to process people who are already at the border so they can go whichever way they're going, whether to South Africa or out of South Africa? Or is he saying there's still no decision yet taken on whether to reopen the border post at all?
So, the way I understand it, you'll remember in the morning there were long queues, even though there are still those long queues of trucks, but there were those light motor vehicles that are actually carrying some goods traveling to the Mozambican side from South Africa. So what they don't want is for the N4 to be blocked and many people to be at the side of South Africa. So when an opportunity comes or presents itself for them to be able to allow these people to cross over, that's what they are doing. They temporarily open the border as they are doing now. But surely what they make sure that they do is that they escort them until they get to the other side. So most of the people who were frustrated in the morning to say that they want to go home, but the border is closed, they are now able to go home, mainly because, Vuyo, as the Border Management Authority is communicating with their counterparts in Mozambique, they've been informed that the situation is under control. The members of the army in Mozambique, as well as the police, are now in control of the situation. So it's safe for these people to now cross the border because the main issue is that the South African side, they are not sure as to what is going to happen. As he said, they don't have control of the situation in Mozambique. But once they get that advice to say you can allow the people to come through, that's what they do. So we are expecting the commissioner to now move to the Mozambican side. That is what one of the officials was telling me a few moments ago, to say that they will be moving to the Mozambican side. I don't know whether they will be meeting with their Mozambican counterparts for an update, but we'll follow that up and see as to what is happening that other side for you.
Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela keeping an eye on the Lebombo port of entry in Mpumalanga, where, as you just said, Michael Masiapato, the Border Management Authority's commissioner, has just arrived to have a look at what is going on there, whereafter some decisions will have to be taken.